TitleMatchNetwork.com.
I've always wanted this, and maybe it's a stupid question, if it is defer to somebody else, but do you guys practice the beginning and the end and you kind of like improvise as you go in between, or is it the whole thing?
Let me jump on this for a second.
Wait a minute, hold on. I've been discriminated against because I worked 22 years in this business and I heard this. Nobody ever told me that. How come I didn't know that when I went in the ring? Yeah, see you guys, you lied to me. You pulling all kind of stuff behind my back that you went, minute for minute. I never heard this before. It's unbelievable. Greg, it's all your fault.
That's the thing excuse me, kids, that really ticked me off, and I would have said something else, is this stuff constantly talking about a script. I went probably 1,000 hours with the man sitting on the end, and up through here, countless number of hours with all the people that are sitting here. And not one damn thing was written out for anybody. I just cannot buy into the philosophy that you can script stuff for people. If you stumble and fall, where do you go from the script? If you're not talented enough to pick it up and go with it, then all the writers in the world are not going to make you a star.
That's the problem. That's what's wrong with the wrestling business today, because it's a lost art, and our generation has more or less got out of the business, went independent or whatever, and WWF, WWE went on its merry way with a lot of young guys, nobody to pass the torch to them the right way. When I first got into business, I was 19 years old. All the guys that were on top were 45 years and older. And I said, why are all these old guys on top? But now I know, because we used to say it took 8 to 10 years for a polished worker to really become on his own, and I still believe it. And it's a lost art, because you go out there, you ad-lib, you don't talk. I never sat there and went over what I was going to do going out there. I couldn't remember it anyway. It's a feeling. It's a feeling that you have, and if you couldn't catch it and you couldn't grasp it, then you weren't going to make it. But now a lot of times they push people that have to carry a script with them. I've never seen that, but I've heard that. But it's a lost art, and that's what's wrong with it today.
I'm with Greg. I'm not capable of remembering all that stuff. And I've gone many times with Harley an hour. Tito Santana right here has probably been one of my best friends in this business. Not only is he a good man, but he's one of the best guys that I ever have matches with. And I'm asked just quite often, who were your best matches? And me and Tito, because he played in the NFL, I did too. He played college, I did too. And we had a lot of the same visions as far in this business, and that was to be like the Races and the Heenans and the Dusties and people like that you can make that big paycheck. Because that was the reason I was in it, was for the paycheck, And it seems nowadays that, like Greg said, and Dusty and Tito, these other guys, that we never had no script. And that's the difference between having house shows and not having house shows. When you got these scripts, the people ain't buying it, because see, you're all out of tune with the people. You got to be in tune with everybody, and you got to be able to, capture that moment. And it's just like a football play when you hit a hole. You don't have 0.5 of a second to decide whether you want to hit that hole. You got to know, and you know that from experience, this is the right thing to do. And that's what Greg was talking about, 8 to 10 years. That's exactly the way I was told. Exactly. And he's right. And by that time, you do get an idea of it, and it probably takes even longer, to the point that you know how to put butts in those seats right there. Once you can do that, and you know how to say, and you know how to talk, and you know what kind of matches you're with, and the right people, it takes two to tango. And it's you're real good workers. Is the type guy like Harley that could work and have a match with anybody. That's talent. And a lot of you people here, I'm sorry to say, don't know what talent is, because you were young and you didn't really get to see what talent really was. You may not remember it. And because a lot of you people here were during the era of the good days, the good ones. Will it ever be like that? No way, because we're all going to be dead in 25 years, and then who's going to pass it on? There is nobody, except the old tapes that have been bought from WCW. And so, just like somebody said up here, this is history, and we, you know, every one of us up here made wrestling probably, well, I ain't gonna want to say what it is today, because, you know, I ain't gonna say that, but we really put it on the map when it came to making some big money. And everybody up here has made big money. You know, we never had a contract. No way. You know, and we did what we had to do, and everybody was trying to get to that main event. That's what we were all trying to get to. And we did. I did. All of us did up here.
You know something, you'll never learn to wrestle in an arena or a gym. We learn to wrestle in a car. You talk in the car afterwards. You drive 400 or 500 miles. You talk over your match. You talk over your interviews. Before a match, you go out there, they give you the finish. Before the match, you go out there and watch what the match before you was doing. If they're working the arm, you don't work the arm. Now, nobody goes out there and watches what the guy did before them. They all do the same things. Nobody rides in the car anymore and discusses. That part of the caring and the education of the business is lost. I don't think it'll ever be redone again, but that's where you learn to work. You listen to the old timers. You pay them respect, and you watch what they did. But you run in the cars. Nowadays, guys get in a plane, they go to sleep. They rent a car, they go to a hotel, they go by themselves. You never talk to anybody. There are guys in this business today that will write down everything in a match, to the point is, when we get in the ring, the referee will come out. He will talk to you first, then talk to you. Don't you know that? It's like when you get in the plane, you say, I put the seatbelt on. Everybody came down in the car, so you must know how to use the seatbelt. But that part of the business is gone. It's we cared more, I think. I think that's what it was. I sure as hell cared more. Because we pulled to a building, if there were 50 cars more than there were the last time, we said, hey, tonight we're gonna make some money. Now you pull up, the place is packed. Doesn't matter.
I like to say, because I was just recently at the WWE, and nothing against them, just that's where I worked. It's so true. When I came up, I started 10 years ago. When I worked in Indies, you went to the veterans, you introduced yourself, you said hello, and then you were up their butt to find out any little more sort of information to learn so you could get to that WWE, because you had to have, like Mr. Valentine said, 8 years to just be able to go in there and grace that ring. And I saw what made me upset, because that's the way I was brought in. When I was there, no one watched the shows. They would work the arm 2 times, 2 matches in a row, or one, someone's working a match. They work the arm, then the next match did, and then the next match did exactly what the 2 matches before did. And the only time you ever saw everyone in front of the monitor to watch the matches was at the end of the day. Because they wanted everyone to see all the agents, and Vince, hopefully Vince walked out and saw you watching and acted like they cared. I mean, you had your few that really did care from beginning to end. And that made me sad, because it makes the business die. And I think it's disrespectful to the men and women that were here before us, because they gave their lives, their families. They didn't want some of their children even be born. And I think it's a disgrace. Honestly, I was in the back at times, and someone would come up to me, no disrespect to you, and this is a true story. So, another female came up to me.
Oh, there's Vince.
Oh, I said hi.
I'm sorry.
And they asked me, they said, Dawn, who is that over there?
Hey,
I just look at them and I'm going, how are you here today and not know? It's disgusting.
But yeah, I gotta go. I'm serious.
And it's just very sad that the business is going to die. And like I said, 25 years from now, they're all, he said they're all going to be dead or whatever. Maybe not in a literal sense, but they're not going to be able to teach. And no one wants to learn. They all think they know it all. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. And I apologize to you guys. I don't know what to say. It kind of sounds like corny, but it was disgusting to me as someone that had learned that way.
that conclude our Q&A.
Questions?
Yo, Kevin, there was no question. But you know, we don't get a chance to do this that much. We try to get the best job we can in that ring. But really, thank you people. Thank you. Because you people, without you, we don't have nothing. That's the truth. We get better jobs. We can make more money. Thank you.